Hello everyone! We're going to go ahead and talk about the difference between a traditional at-home business and the Doobly business. With a traditional at-home business, customers are asked to change their buying habits. Also with a traditional at-home business, it's 90% driven by the distributors themselves. You're also going to find that 9 out of 10 customers are going to say no. That means for every 100 people you talk to, only 10 are going to become customers. The merchandise that you're selling is anywhere between 700 to 1,000% markup. So when you're looking at that, you kind of ask yourself, is the merchandise that you're selling really worth the amount that you're paying for it? And then the internet. The internet is your enemy. What you're going to find is that you're going to have overabundance of business people who have gotten into the business and then decided to quit. And then they're going to log on to eBay or Craigslist and they're going to sell the merchandise that they've had to purchase all along for pennies on the dollar. So your customers are able to log on there, buy the same exact merchandise for a lot less than what you're selling. Now with the Doobly business, it's completely different. With the Doobly business, customers keep buying what they're already buying and from the stores that they're already buying from. It's 99% customer driven. 9 out of 10 customers that you talk to are going to say yes. Now that's a complete different turnaround. You're going to get 90 customers out of every 100 people you talk to. There's no markup at all. So again, our customers are buying from the same stores they're already buying from at the same prices they're already going to buy from. And the internet is our friend. Now folks, that is the difference between a traditional at-home business and the Doobly business. We're going to go into what is the perfect career. There's going to be 5 different career options. You have blue collar, white collar, sales, small business owner, investor, and then the 6th one is Doobly. We're going to go ahead and go into the blue collar option. Blue collar is going to be manual labor. It's hard on your body. You've got high risk of personal harm. It's got company politics, you report to a boss, you punch a time clock, and the companies, they just don't appreciate all that you sacrifice for your job. I personally know several of my friends who are in their 40s and they've done nothing but blue collar manual labor jobs their whole lives. And here they are, still very young, about to turn 40, and their knees are blown out and their shoulders are blown out. And so they're sacrificing for the job. And then when it comes down to it, they're easily replaceable. Sales. Sales, you're paid on production instead of by the hour. Now with sales, I know quite a few folks who've done very well in sales. And they do go well until you lose a large client. The company changes its compensation plan because they're realizing they're paying you a lot more than what they're paying themselves because you're just doing really well at your job. So they're going to turn it around so you have to sell more in order to make more. Or then they change the territory, gets reduced, or competitor shows up. The economy goes into recession, or new technology makes the offer less valuable. Government regulations change industry. And then the last but not least, no matter how hard you work, you always start back at 0 the next day. So this week you could go out and you can make $5,000, $10,000 this week. And then next week, you're starting back over at 0 again. And then you have white collar positions. That's a professional managerial office jobs. Now, companies are no longer loyal to their employees. You have employee politics, you have lots of employees and few prestigious positions. And let's hope that you work your way into one of those prestigious positions without the company actually hiring someone from outside of the company. Your managers don't want their employees to outshine them, so they'll hold them down. And many times you have to go through many years and thousands of dollars spent in schooling to get into that position. You then have a small business owner. They own and run their own business. They use life savings to go into debt to start the business, and sometimes they even have to borrow from friends and family to start it. You must be all things to everyone. You have to be an attorney for legal matters, an accountant for financial matters, a babysitter for employees, collections for accounts receivable, and you find that yourself is struggling more often than not, because here you are trying to pay back the debt that you incurred to even start the business, and then you have to pay your employees, and then you have just an overwhelming amount of overhead costs. You have your phone bill, you have your lights, electric or gas, your taxes, your lease for the building, all the way down to the dumpster out back for the garbage. So basically, when it comes down to it, the business is running you instead of you running your business. Not to mention that 9 out of 10 small businesses fail. Then you have investors. Investors invest their money in hopes to increase its value. Now, with investors, you must provide a lot of money in order to see a good return, especially if you're being conservative. Now, there's always going to be a risk. You're never in control. You'll need definitely a lot of knowledge and skill to get your hand up in this game. Now, anything can happen overnight. Real estate investors buy and then the market changes. So what happens? Now you have a bunch of houses on your hands that you can't sell. So you lose pretty big in that aspect. So when it comes down to it, are any of those options really the perfect career opportunity? And then you have Doobly. Doobly is filled with professionals that are changing lives. We're changing our customers' lives by offering them cash back that they normally would not get otherwise. We're changing people's lives by showing them an opportunity that they would not know otherwise. So we're not selling them on anything. We're just providing them with information to show them what else is out there. Now, with Doobly, you don't have a boss. You don't have a commute, any tuition debt. There's no education requirements. There's no discrimination or politics. Now, there's write-offs for tax purposes, and it's low startup costs. You get unlimited and residual income. You work with who you want to work with. It's fun, it's international, you can work all over the world. If you really think of it, not only will you have customers in the United States, but you're going to have customers all over the world. Customers in India, or customers in Canada, or the UK, all over. And you have 3 ways to build a business. If you would like to focus on one or the other, you're more than welcome to do whatever you want. You can build your business by just obtaining customers if you'd like. You can build your business by building a team as well. Or you can work with for-profit and nonprofit organizations. Now, in order to do that, you do have to upgrade to the partner program certification, but you do have the option to approach nonprofit and for-profit organizations. So as you can see here, Doobly, without a doubt, the perfect career opportunity to choose. So really, when it comes down to it, what can provide you with the perfect career opportunity? The choice is yours. So folks, go ahead, contact whoever sent you here today. They can answer any questions that you might have. You guys can meet up together. You guys can put a plan together and get you started with Doobly today. If you came across this and no one had sent you here, by all means, give me a call if you have questions. My phone number is at the bottom of the screen. And I hope you folks have a wonderful day and good luck in all that you do.